We should think about calling it a day, maybe. The nights are still miserably cold this time of year. You should take care of that, then. Let's talk to him anyway.
Though he finds this situation frustrating, he is doing his best to not make you feel any worse than you already. An imposing combination of a punch clock and a payphone is looking down at you from... Looks like someone left his tarpaulin cloak hanging on the railing here. The white rectangle of the Revachol Citizens Militia is clearly visible on its back. This is your cloak. You can feel it. As your fingers touch the tarpaulin, it almost feels like the cloak wants to deliver a message of comfort through your fingertips. I will shield you from the elements and give my life for yours. That's what the cloak is relaying.
Pay for damages. These are both good things. What did this give me? Just one thing. This gives me that and shivers. That's good. Collecting rainwater.
All those empty wine bottles and cigarette butts on the ground. Someone partied really, really hard here. Well, they went through 6 bottles of potent Pilsner, 3 bottles of Commodore Red, and almost 4 packs of cigarettes. It must have been pretty hard.
Well, yes, I think we can say with relative confidence that it was you.
This is really sad. I must have been miserable.
Yes, this scene isn't exactly ripping with joy. Let's just move on.
Wait, there's a bunch of bottles that I didn't know I could take before. Kim, can you get out of the way? I'm trying to collect bottles here. Is there a way you can collect multiple things at once?
This is the night watchman's booth. The name on the door reads, René Arnaud.
If you must. But please hurry. We are pretty easy to...
Nothing incriminating catches your eye. It's a black and white. René looks like he's about to smile.
Oh, sorry.
This photo must be tied to some good memories.
Why did you take that picture of René? You're really interested in that old soldier. Not sure I understand your fascination, but sure. As long as
it doesn't get in the way of the job, is what he was gonna say. Sorry, I skipped through 2 things. It was because I already heard it and my brain went brr and went, oh, I don't care anymore. Around you, the machines are being that. White pine is printed on the screen covering looks like the forest and snow. Which is low buzz. Oh. Not what I was expecting, but that works. This thing. Oh, I'm on the wrong floor. I didn't interact with this thing previously. I'm gonna interact with
A
it now.
rusting control panel with a loud grind. The crane shifts overhead, moving a massive metal container through the air.
Okay. Oh. It's putting it down. I didn't exactly want that, but that's interesting.
And, with a surprisingly quiet thunk, the harbor sleeps as the strike rages in the distance. The crane can rest again, now that its purpose has been fulfilled.
What do you mean?
Moving this container, of course. For this purpose it was built. For this purpose it has acted. And now...
I can't see how that was worth the wreckers, except for seeing the crane in action, which I admit was satisfying.
Leave. I mean, yeah, I didn't really have a reason to do that, but I'm curious.
Before you stands a cargo container.
Is this like your thing with that wall again? You do? Because I don't. There are a million containers here. Why are you fixating on this one? There may very well be, but we are not here to look for that. We are not here to interact with containers. We are here to talk to the Union, right?
Fine, Ken. I'll come back to this later when I feel like it. Grab that money first. $1.
Container, container, I'll turn you nice and red. Container, container, put the logos on.
The lyrics to this container song are being made up as he goes along.
Container, container, used to be Wild Pines. Container, container, now belongs to Everard. Everard, 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 he looks after everyone. Huh? Well, hey there. How can I help you, mister?
The look in his deep blue eyes is as sincere as you've ever seen. Kind of makes you feel like an arsehole for no apparent reason.
I see you are not a union man, mister. Did you get lost? You're not one of them scabs, are you? I mean, I don't personally mind. Folks is just folks, you know, and folks gotta eat. Just some of the other guys don't look too kindly on the scabbing kind, if you know what I mean, mister.
I'm gonna use the restroom real quick. Be right back. Hello.
Oh, I'm just making some covers for them containers here. Yes, I am. Yes, I am. So it's easier for the crane operators to spot them.
Everything is so pretty and red. You and Leo look like brothers as you glance around with similar childlike wonder. The old man whistles and hums a jaunty tune to himself.
Oh, most of the guys are down at the gates, keeping the scabs from coming in.
He leans in with a confidential look.
We're on a strike. The whole union is. You don't have to work when you're on strike. Ha! We haven't worked for 2 months now.
So no one is working?
Not everyone is down there, of course. Mr. Evrard is in his office, where he always is. And Jean-Luc is guarding the gate. But Titus and his boys got into some drunken trouble and Evrard sent them on a nice vacation. For a week or so. Oh, I'm not really supposed to talk about that. That's union business. Him and his boys stirred up something in town. Probably drank too much and got into a fight or something. I heard Mr. Evrard telling them to take some time off. I guess the boys got a bit too rowdy and had to let out some steam. I don't really know the details. That's just how boys are, you know. I haven't been in a fight since I was in middle school.
Easy, Leo. Let's keep this on the hearties.
Too rowdy? Leo, what kind of fight did they get into? Did they kill a mercenary?
I remember I was the runt of the class.
I'm gonna detract
The
him because I
bigger
don't
boys
want him to
always
get
used
suspicious
pick
of
up,
me.
but Mr. Evrard and his
Oh.
brother always came to help. Once they beat old Noel Becker so bad he needed stitches on his head. Noel never started another fight with anyone after this.
He said he had anger issues back in the day, and he flew off the handle like no one's business. There we go. Sorry.
Mr. Evrard and Mr. Edgar are real nice guys, mister. You should go talk to Mr. Evrard. I'm sure you'll be good friends. He's friends with everyone around here.
You're never getting anything useful out of him.
Do you work here?
It's good enough you found out Everard has a brother called Edgar, and he helped Leo.
Yes, yes. Everybody needs a job, and this is mine. I'm Leonard, by the way. Leonard Bellick. But everyone calls me Leo. I'm like Mr. Everard's right-hand man when Mr. Edgar is out of town, and Mr. Edgar's right-hand man when Mr. Everard is away. Actually, Miss Beaufort is the right-hand man, but she's a lady.
Who is this, Miss Beaufort?
A real pretty lady with a skin like those douce sucre candy bars my missus likes so much. Them are real nice to suckle on once the dinner is done and me and the missus sit down beside the radio. But I can't listen to the radio all the time. There's so much to do around here and I'm always busy keeping things running here.
Yeah, you look
yes,
like
I
you're busy.
am. Yes, I am.
Stay on this Miss Beaufort topic.
Oh, Lizzie, she is a real sharp tool. Mr. Everard put her through some fancy school and everything, east of the river. 4 years she was gone, and when she came back, she was all fancy and lawyerly. But she's a real nice girl. Grew up in this here neighborhood, knows everybody and gets along with everyone. Real pillar of the community one day, I'm sure.
For a fraction of a second, there's sadness in his eyes.
If me missus and me was to have a child, I'd be real happy if she turned out like her. But she can't have kids. Dr. Lemaitre said so, and she knows about such things. Been a doctor for almost 50 years she has.
Yes, this place really seems to run like clockwork. Keep it up, Leo.
Well, thanks a lot. Coming from you, it means a lot, really. Sometimes I feel some of the guys don't really get how much I bust my ass for them here. But you guys are alright.
The white rectangle on your clothes might not mean an awful lot in Martinez, but the recognition from an authority figure made Leo's day.
Oh, that one. That should be empty as far as I know. Lots of containers here have nothing in them. They're just waiting to be loaded up. Oh, you want Mr. Everard then? He's an awfully nice fellow, he is. Him and his brother are both nice fellows. They've lived their entire lives in this here neighborhood. Guys like Mr. Everett and Mr. Edgar, his brother, are real good guys. Made Martinez what it is today. Mr. Everett and Mr. Edgar and I went to the same school, we did, when we were boys. Oh, Mr. Everett is usually in his office, of course. But he already left for the day. He always leaves around 10 p.m. Bye-bye now.
A large table with 2 huge vacuum-insulated thermal coffee dispensers. Someone has forgotten a small plastic card next to the stacks of cups. You snatch out the red plastic card. It features a black contour of a crane lifting a container. The name, Etienne Hogarth, is written in the middle. Below it, in smaller text, member of the board. It comes with a magnetic strip meant to open electronic doors.
Okay, I did. Good. Okay. But it's not something I can interact with. Oh. See, when I got here, he was here. The desk is cleaned out for the night. I can't seem to interact with anything. I somehow made less progress.
You're back before the cargo container. No reply. You attempt to your left. The lieutenant considers your action.
Nope. If it's hard, I'm not doing it. If it was an easy task, I would do it, but I don't want to force anything open. Sorry, I was just thinking about how to get to that room. Everyone appears to be gone. Nothing to interact with, it looks like. Okay. Oh, wait a minute. Can I sell the bottles I collected? You have to work all night? I'm very sorry about that, lady. That actually really sucks. I know how that works.
The tear machine stands. Your bottles clunk into the machine.
I got enough for a night? Maybe I could use that to convince him to give me a night. I don't think so, though. We made way less progress on this version because I did other stuff, but I guess it's fine.
Can I help you?
So, about the money. By the way, I'm going to sing karaoke.
Yes. Have you got it? Does that arrangement include you paying me what we already agreed you owe me?
It's cold out. I'm freezing. I'll freeze to death and lose.
As a police officer, you must understand evidence being money. You can't stay here without money. Not until you bring...
Okay. I might have something in my motor carriage we can use. When you're done.
I really didn't want to resort to this. The man is...
Oh, Lieutenant. We're done here.
Yeah, I know. I don't want to. I already did this part, and I don't want to.
Inside, you see a set of steering levers, a radio
I
Continue.
have something here we could sell. Look in the back, in the suspect transport enclosure.
the cage at the back of the motor.
I confiscated this for a little while back. We can take them to the pawn shop down by the Martinez Canal. There are spinner hubcaps, frivolous things you put on your wheels. When the wheels come to a stop, the caps keep on spinning. There's no real use for them, it's just for vanity. A couple of weeks ago, I stopped a young man for going slower than the speed of traffic. Turns out he was some coalition official's son and high. I took them and arrested him for driving under the influence. That they are. I was going to take them into evidence, but they weren't necessary for conviction. He never asked for them back. No, that would be silly. I don't know why I kept them. It doesn't matter. I couldn't put them on this MC anyway. A cop with spinners. That would be outrageous.
He flashes a smile, barely visible in the dark.
As I said, they are useless anyway. I should have remembered I have these earlier.
But thank you.
I hate this.
The lieutenant nods as you take the spinners.
I don't think there was any way to do it otherwise, but I'm still very upset by this. I think the game essentially forces you into this situation anyways, but... So I'm gonna try to finish this night real quick. I'm gonna get more recording done a little bit later, but because of the mistake I made, I
Fine
won't.
night. What brings you here?
How come you're still open?
The pawn shop is always open.
Roy doesn't really sleep. Is Roy high? And if yes, what is he on? I don't need to know that. Do you know anything about the traffic mess?
Traffic? I'm sorry, officer, but I don't drive. Now that I think about it, I do remember hearing a thunderous noise the other night. Some kind of powerful electric vortex hitting the shop, and then moving on.
That sure narrows down our list of suspects.
He shakes his head, slowly.
Yes, we'd like to sell these hubcaps.
Roy takes the hubcaps from the lieutenant and inspects them. The spinners appear iridescent in the dancing light of his pawn shop.
Yes, these are very, very good. Did you defraud some foreign prince for them? Jump a misc banger? No matter. I'll give you 200 real.
No one was defrauded or jumped, I assure you.
Of course, I meant no offense. 200 real for you, officer. delightful doing business with you. Do come again.
Thank you. Here's the 130 real you need for your bill. Do not waste it.
The windfall is a small consolation.
Anything else you're thinking of selling? Another time, perhaps.
And since I didn't find out as much information as I did the previous night, this conversation with Kim is gonna go fucking terribly. Kim, why are you ahead of me? Hey, come back, Kim. Kim, stop being faster than me. Okay. Because we're about to talk in a minute about the investigation, but this roundabout is not going to be
Can
as
I
good as the
help
one I
you?
lost.
Yes, have you got it? Well? Great, thank you, officer. That's all I wanted. Payment for services rendered. If you continue to stay here, I just ask that you please pay your nightly bill in advance starting tomorrow. I'll unlock the electronic lock to your room. All the doors lock automatically at 9 p.m. Please pay for each night in advance starting tomorrow. 20.
I'll take a room here too.
Of course. Always happy to have officers from the RCM as guests. Anything?
Nope. Plus, that's a lie. Don't lie to me. I have a level up. I want logic first, or do I want visual conclusions? I'll go with this one. I've experienced more of these than I have any of the other things.
This is the door to the room you redecorated.
Just a moment. We should talk about...
It went terribly.
The air outside is brisk. The lieutenant is silent for a moment. He listens to the traffic hum. Then,
Now then, we should talk about the investigation. But I also feel you're a bit hazy on the RCM. Our role here, our rights, our jurisdiction, basically.
Sorry. Okay. How do you think today
Well,
went?
we inspected the victim's body, so that's good. It was not easily approachable in that state, but we did it. Our inspection could have been more thorough, as it always can, but we have some leads we can follow up on. The body is still hanging from that tree, which is unfortunate. But we performed a thorough search of the premises of the crime scene. That's great.
though he wishes the body were out of the tree, he doesn't want you to feel too discouraged. Probably out of fear that you'll just give up and keep drinking.
We're both doing our best under the circumstances. Just don't drink tonight, please. As for the interviews, we didn't get to meet Edward Claire, but we did get into the harbor. It'll be easier to reach him tomorrow. We talked to Joyce Messier, but didn't get any information from her. I have a feeling Joyce knows how dangerous the situation really is. We have to get her to talk to us. Above all, though, today was exhausting. What's with all the running? You run about. Is that a standard Precinct 41 practice?
I have a really good theory about why you're running so fast, son. Just you wait until you get up tomorrow.
I don't know why I do the things I do, Lieutenant Commander.
It's impressive, especially for a man your age. And in those hills. Nice shoes, by the way. I like the green. Goes with the orange.
Again, I'm not wearing orange. He said that last time. I'm not wearing orange, but
Thank you for the compliment. We could manage it even in wooden clogs. There are uncanny running reservoirs in this body. God knows why.
They're quite limited, actually. The power officers of the Rebel Citizens Militia exercise most frequently is imposing fines of up to 1,000 real for offenses, in accordance with an interdepartmental schedule. We can arrest people, of course, but rather than bringing someone in directly, it's preferable to serve a station cold sleep. It prevents confusion and overcrowding. You can't. Those who don't show up become fugitives, though, and have fewer legal rights when they are eventually caught. It's about power projection. Thus far, they seem to mostly show up. As you may have gathered from the fact that we are expected to carry a record of our kills, like the one in the watermarks, we are permitted to use whatever force is necessary, and strongly admonished not to abuse that power. The coalition government, and the moral intern more broadly. The RCM was formed by the coalition government to restore order in the international zone after the revolution. So we did. Now we attempt to maintain that order. No more, no less. Or perhaps it is better to say we were allowed to form. It's a point of contention whether the citizens of Ravachol or the coalition government founded the RCM. Silence. A great comment to such a conundrum. The Moralist International are the world's largest political organization. You know who they are. They have been running this place after the revolution failed. Okay. They're a union of center-left and center-right parties across the real belt. Our coalition government is just one of its many projects. They also run the ICP, EPIS, most intergovernmental organizations in the world. What do they believe in? They are Dolorians. They believe they continue the humanist project set forth by Her Innocence Dolores Day 4 centuries ago. Others say they are just technocrats. Interesting question. It's a blue forget-me-not. Their motto is love, compassion, self-discipline. I think you can gauge what they want you to think of them from that.
Something kind and usual. Something ominous. Something even a little feminine, but in a strict manner.
The historic figure? The author of the modern age? You will have to look elsewhere for opinions. The subject of humanism is too abstract for me.
For you, she is something painful, though it's hard to say why.
The moral intern are a fact. I try not to have opinions on facts until they change. And it doesn't look like that's about to happen.
It is more than that. There's some kind of affection in him. The lieutenant breathes out a chestnut-scented cloud of cigarette smoke and looks at the city he's sworn to guard.
Do you? My kind of police officer.
I answered the same way before.
The lights of the orphan district are reflected in his glasses, the red and golden orbs of the motorway sliding like pearls on a string from east to west as Ravachol commutes back to the suburbs. Tomorrow is Tuesday. Monday is over.
Yeah, it's getting very cold now. Let's go.
I have to do all my communications tomorrow and do the talking. I'll at least go to bed because there's a scene when I go to bed. And then I will see you in the morning. And then I will decide
The bed is cold and not particularly inviting, but it's yours. The sheets look awful.
Yeah, I mean, I did all that, so that explains a lot.
The sheets feel at once coarse and clammy against your skin. The bed sags beneath your weight as you stretch out and finally close your eyes.
Once it starts the new day, I'll save and end it, and then I will start this again tomorrow. Ugh, because I did want to get further than this.
And then sleep doesn't come.
But why? I want to sleep.
Obviously, you're in bed with your eyes closed, but it's not happening.
Why?
Maybe it's the bed's fault.
Check the pillow.
Its synthetic filling has separated into hard lumps. The pillowcase smells oddly.
Probably because I, drank and threw up on it. Check the blanket.
It barely covers your toes, stretching over your soft belly. This is your body here, intimate and warm, breathing. Under your thrumming eyelids, you see a dizzying array of colors. You won't get off this carousel quite so easily. It's a little better. Colors, scenes, and half-formed phrases still litter your mind. Part of you is still trying to solve the case, isn't it? Something to do with, what was it that the lieutenant said? Union? And it's gone again. Your thoughts lost between the slowing brain waves. Your breathing steadies. A great silence washes over you until your eyelids twitch in your sleep and images start forming.
I didn't really actually explore this space too much. There is a door over there. Okay.
Do you remember the scent of your childhood?
I remember nothing.
Do you remember your wife's hand on your face?
You said who?
Do you remember the warmth of her thighs, between her legs and in her mouth?
I was left.
That's right, funky baby. And you just stood there. One hand on the bottle and the other on your dick. Watching her go. Let it all be dragged away from you. Tell me, where are your friends? Human beings have friends, Harry boy. Where the hell are yours?
I can get it all back? I'm not sure if that's possible. I don't want to come back.
No, it's gone. 3 times gone and never coming back. You failed. You failed me. You failed Elysium.
I've talked to you before. Can I come back from this? Elysium?
Everything. The Pale and the Islas. On the surface. The outer magnetosphere. Burning, furious truth. 8,000 years of written history. You really dropped the ball, Harry. 4.6 billion people. And you failed every single one of them. You really fucked up.
What did I do? Can I come back from this?
You're not coming back from shit. Thrashing around in that high conductivity state of yours. Bumping into things and acting like a clown. Who are you kidding? Your mind is what now? I can't hear you. The rest is just a word dream. Jumbled up garbage. The pictures are gone. The bed rises to meet you. A thin, sleep-like state. More glass than velvet grinding in your head.
So something is wrong. Sleep shouldn't be this bad, this dry, this unnourishing. There's something wrong with your thoughts. Some kind of new type of hangover.
God, there's another type?
Oh yes, party boy. And it's worse than the one before. Just think of the shit you saw. Here it comes too. So soon already. A silent alarm goes off in your head like clockwork. Barely let you sleep at all. Time to get those clothes on, Harry. Time to go to work in the shit factory.
Love that. Okay, what's in here? Find money to rent. Find money for rent and pay Gareth. I already have. Actually, already do have.
Good going, buddy.
Oh God, what the hell was that? I just had a beautiful dream, uplifting dream. Is that how it's going to be when I close my eyes?
Oh, just a dream. You have ones like that all the time. You feel even worse this morning than you did last night. You mean, why are you so tired? Too tired and down to even think? It is worrying, isn't it? You can't be a detective like this. Detectives need to be able to think. It's just that your heart has finally pumped all the speed out of your system, Buster. Time to get some more. Don't do that. Stay strong. The hangover will wear off. You don't need to keep doing this to yourself.
No, I can take this. I'm not gonna go looking for speed.
Are you sure? Ready to live as this pathetic shell of yourself for days? Basically, a week. Let's be honest, 2 weeks. Maybe 3. You won't make it. Half the town will be dead by then. You will be fired.
That's a lie. I can do this without speed. Half the town won't be
Suit
dead.
yourself, slow, sad shell man. See how you do without your spark.
I'm sure I'll do fine. Anyways, first off, save game. Save. And I will be doing the rest tomorrow. Tomorrow for me, probably it'll probably be the same video. I don't know. Anyways, bye. Confirm.
That is the end of the video. I hope you all enjoyed the show. Beep bop boop boop beep ba doo, boop bop beep bop boop ba doo, ee da boo boo. Like and subscribe or whatever. I don't really care. Actually, I don't really care what you guys do. Anyways, yeah, good. Enjoy your fucking show. Okay? Goodbye. Click all those other videos if you want. Yeah, bye. Please, bye.